Greetings, beautiful soul, and welcome to my channel, The Optimist Hub. My name is Yanga, and today's video, I want to talk about how you may perhaps be afraid of being perceived. In fact, why you might be afraid of being perceived. Now, to be perceived means to be seen. It means to be felt. It means to be heard. And most importantly, it means to be experienced. And this is what I believe we solely exist for. We exist to be experienced. We exist to be heard because we all have a voice. We experience to be seen because we exist, right? Physically and energetically. We exist to also just be fully experienced, right? And so your voice matters. I think oftentimes we tend to disregard our voices. We tend to, just push it aside, and we think we have nothing to offer because perhaps we've also been told we don't have much to offer. But you see, the thing is, if you have a burning desire and words that are just wanting to be expressed, and not just words, maybe even in song, right? Whatever it is that you feel you are gifted in, be it verbally, that is just boiling and bubbling up inside, and you are just suppressing and suppressing because you're afraid of being perceived, you're afraid of being heard, when there's many people actually right now in this very moment yearning, desiring, that are thirsty, that are hungry for your voice. There are people that you are actually hindering from growing, from evolving, from becoming whatever it is that they're meant to become, or even inspired by you because you are afraid to actually express the voice that lies within you. I say this because I've said this before as well. We are all here to serve each other. Our gifts and talents are for the betterment of humanity. In fact, we're all teachers and students of each other. And so when you are suppressing your own voice simply because you don't want to be perceived, that is you actually blocking someone else from healing, from evolving, from growing, from being inspired or encouraged by your very own voice. You see, your voice is meant to reach those that it's meant to reach. However, there are people who are waiting, that are waiting for you to actually open up, to shake that vibrato, to express your words, be it art through words or art through speaking or art through singing. There are people waiting for your voice. Allow it to express itself through you because, again, you are a vessel. There are people waiting to see you. You see, you are hiding yourself because you are afraid of being perceived, because you think you don't look good enough, or you don't have the aesthetic, or your art doesn't look that great. But you see, your art, again, is meant to be seen by those that it's meant to be seen. The eyes of those that are meant to see your art are there. And they're waiting to see your art. Their eyes are itching because they're waiting to see your art. Yet you are depriving them of experiencing that because you are afraid of how this will be perceived. You see, your art will be well received by those that it's meant to be seen by. Therefore, there will be no judgment by those that it's meant to be seen. Again, your art is unique. And it is meant for people that are in the same frequency of uniqueness. You are afraid of being experienced because perhaps you might feel like your presence has no purpose. But you see, we all exist because there is purpose in our existence. Open yourself up. Express yourself. Okay? Let yourself be a vessel and let all that lies within you live through you. Because there are people who are yearning, that are thirsty, that are desiring to experience you. I think oftentimes we also have insecurities, right? Again, and these insecurities may be informed by how we might have previously been judged or, ridiculed by other people, saying, oh, we're not good enough. But you see, they don't know what lies within you. They don't know the plan that the higher power has for you. You see, your destiny is actually waiting for you to step out of this fear of perception. Your destiny is on the, in fact, your success, your growth, your evolution is outside of the box of the fear of perception. You have to be seen because you exist. You have to be heard because you have a voice. You have to be felt because you exist. And most importantly, you have to be experienced because your art, your gift, your talent is for the betterment of humanity. We're all teachers and students of each other. We're all servants of each other. We all inspire each other. Someone out there is actually looking at you and is inspired by what you do or what you say. The little that you do or the little that you say. What more when you actually just unleash and you unclothe yourself from the garment of fear, the fear of perception, and you break the chains that are restraining you from becoming your true, the most authentic, and what you are actually meant to be. You see, fear of perception really hinders us from experiencing life fully. It hinders us from becoming our greatest versions of selves because we are afraid of how we will be seen or heard or felt. But you see, what matters is the intentionality. It's what you do with what you have, and it's what you choose to express and to give and to share with the world that matters. But to be shared, it must be shared. Because also I've said this in one of my podcast episodes as well, is one thing about not only just a dream, but even your gifts and talents, unused gifts and talents will haunt you. They will haunt you. Use them. Let them express themselves through you. Let them use you and use them too. Do not be afraid to be perceived. You are meant to be perceived because you exist. You are meant to be perceived because you exist. And your existence, your presence has purpose. We need to get rid of the what will people say syndrome, or the cringiness, or people will call me a dork. So what if they do? Then it means your message, your voice, your art is not meant for them. And with that said, beautiful soul, may goodness and grace lead you to greater heights of success. And may you free yourself from the fear of perception. You are meant to be seen. You're meant to be felt. You're meant to be heard. And most importantly, you are meant to be experienced. Namaste.